puffing and puffing and steam around all day.
A new clay pit had opened on Edward's branch line, and when it did, the docks got busier and busier. Poor Edward felt rushed off his wheels, sorting out the trucks in the harbour and the clay pits. He also had to take his trains, so shunting would usually be at the last minute. Edward tried not to show that he was tired. However, it came to a boiling point one day. One morning, Henry was at the junction, impatiently waiting for Edward's first train. Edward soon steamed in. Henry was about to go off, but then he was taken aback when he saw how worn out Edward looked.
My, it seems like you're the only one carrying this railway, Edward, Henry wheezed. What's the matter?
It's nothing really, Edward replied. Just a bit tired with the work I'm doing. I will manage though, don't worry. Before Henry could say anything else, the guard blew his whistle. See you later, Henry, Edward called. However, Henry felt worried. I will manage, Edward told himself. If I'm able to bank trains up hills every day, then I am certain I can do this. Come along, he called to the coaches and trucks behind him. Soon, Edward arrived, 10 minutes late. He soon shunted his coaches away and went to shunt his trucks at the clay pits. However, when he arrived, he saw the yard manager looking upset. The points are jammed, Edward, said the yard manager. You will have to wait for them to be fixed before you shunt those trucks away. Oh dear. Now it will be later still. Soon the points were fixed, and Edward shunted his trucks away. He soon arrived back at the docks. He was about to shunt the trucks into Harbour Yard until he saw all the passengers at the station. Oh no, Edward said. I'm late with my next passenger train. Edward quickly shunted the coaches to the platform. The passengers swarmed into the coaches, and Edward puffed away. Edward tried to make up for lost time. Come on, he panted. Slow down, old boy, shouted his driver. I don't want to be late again, Edward thought. The next station is up ahead, look. If you keep on going like this, you'll do a number on yourself, make no mistake, the driver said. The guard blew his whistle, and Edward puffed away. For the rest of the day, Edward was rushed off his wheels. He could not get a rest until the afternoon. Finally, sighed the fireman. We can take a break. Come on, Sydney, the driver said. Let's go to the station for a drink. The driver and fireman walked away, and Edward decided to have a little snooze. However, there was trouble. Edward slowly started to move. He had already fallen asleep when this had happened. However, the driver and fireman noticed. They raced to Edward's cab. Suddenly, Edward heard a whistle in the distance and woke up with a start. It was James with the goods train. Help! Help! Edward shouted. The crew got into Edward's cab and pulled the brake, but nothing happened. I told you this would happen! Shouted the driver. We have a bigger problem to deal with! Shouted Edward. The driver pulled the brake as hard as he could. "Got it!" he shouted, and the brakes slammed on. James thundered past, barely missing Edward's buffer. "Are you alright, Edward?" asked the driver. Yes," Edward replied. "We should get some workmen to help mend your brakes," the fireman said. "Yes, and maybe the Fat Controller should come to help as well." Soon the workmen were checking Edward all over, and the Fat Controller arrived. "So, Edward, Sir, I need to talk to you about something," Edward cut in. "Is it because you are overworked?" the Fat Controller asked. How did you know, sir?" Edward replied. "I was told by Henry that you looked rather worn out this morning," the Fat Controller started. "I was going to talk to you about it tonight, but after I heard that you almost hit James's goods train, I need to talk to you about it now. Do you think you need help, Edward?" I think so, sir. Ever since the clay pits opened, I have been rushed off my wheels. I did not want to put pressure on you to purchase a new engine. I didn't want to seem like it was too much work for me." "Edward, I get why this is hard for you," said the Fat Controller. "But not talking to me about it isn't going to fix the problem. Brushing it off and putting a smile on your face and pretending that everything is fine is not the way to do it. You need to talk to me about these things. I am here to help you. So now that I know you need help, I'm going to order 2 new tank engine twins to help at the docks in the clay pitch." "Oh, thank you, sir," Edward replied. "In the meantime, you will have a long rest at the works. I don't want you hitting any other engines. James can do your work in the meantime." "Yes, sir," Edward replied. "If you don't mind me asking, who are the new tank engines?" "You will see," said the Fat Controller. However, they were nothing like Edward was expecting. But that's another story.